did you hear the news that's going round? The Shamrock is by law forbid to grow on Irish ground. St. Patrick's Day no more will keep his colours can't be seen, for they're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green. I met with Napper Tandy and he took me by the hand. He said, how's dear old Ireland and how does she stand? She's the most distressful country that you have ever seen, for they're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green. And since the colour we must wear is England's cruel red, sure Ireland's sons will ne'er forget the blood that they have shed. You may take the shamrock from your hat and cast it on the sod, but 'twill take root and flourish there, no wonder foot 'tis trod. My father loved his country and sleeps within its breast, while I that would have died for her must never so be blessed. Those tears my mother shed for me, how bitter they had been, if I had proved a traitor to the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green. But if at last our colours should be torn from Ireland's heart, her sons with shame and sorrow from the dear old Isle will part. I've heard a whisper of a land that lies beyond the sea, where rich and poor stand equal in the light of freedom's day. Oh, Ireland, must we leave you driven by a tyrant's hand, and seek a mother's blessing from a strange and distant land, where the cruel cross of England shall never more be seen, and in that land we'll live and die, still wearing Ireland's green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green, for the wearing of the green. They're hanging men and women for the wearing of the green.
I've been a wild rover for many's the year, and I've spent all me money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no nay, never. No nay, never, no more. I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I can have every day, and it's no nay, never. No nay, never, no more will I play. From me pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She says I have whiskies and the wines of the best, and the words that you told me were only in jest, and it's no nay, never. No nay, never, no more will I play. What I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. asked me as oft times before, I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more.
One evening fair, as the sun was shining, to Kilkenny I did ride. I did meet with Captain Brady, a tall commander by his side. Then you are welcome, Highland Paddy. By my side you'll surely stand, hear the people shout for freedom. We'll rise in the morning with the Fenian band, rise in the morning with the Fenian band. In the morning we rose early, just before the break of dawn. Blackbirds singing in the bushes, greetings to a smiling morn. Gather round me, men of Ireland, gather Fenians, gather round, hand to hand with sword and musket, spill the blood upon this holy ground. And you are welcome, Highland Paddy. By my side you'll surely stand, hear the people shout for freedom. We'll rise in the morning with the Fenian band, rise in the morning with the Fenian band. There's a glen beside the river, just outside Kilkenny town. There I met this noble captain, men lay dead upon the ground. Then you are welcome, Highland Paddy. By my side you'll surely stand, hear the people shout for freedom. We'll rise in the morning with the Fenian band, rise in the morning with the Fenian band. There's a grave beside the river, a mile outside Kilkenny town. There we laid our noble captain, birds were silent when the Fenian died. All my life I will remember, I'll remember night and day, that once I rode into Kilkenny, and I heard this noble captain say, then you are welcome, Highland Paddy. By my side you'll surely stand, hear the people shout for freedom. We'll rise in the morning with the Fenian band, rise in the morning with the Fenian band. Then you are welcome, Highland Paddy. By my side you'll surely stand, hear the people shout for freedom. We'll rise in the morning with the Fenian band, rise in the morning with the Fenian band. Then you are welcome, Highland Paddy. By my side you'll surely stand, hear the people shout for freedom. Many young men of 20 said goodbye on that long day, from break of dawn until the sun was high. Many young men of 20 said goodbye. Many young men of 20 said goodbye. They left the mountains and the glens, the lassies and the fine young men. I saw a tear in every girl and boy. Many young men of 20 said goodbye. Last night I held my darling in my arms. Farewell, my love.
said goodbye.
My boy Willie sailed away, and a big ship went away. He sailed away and left me here to cry. For many young men of 20 said goodbye.
Many young men of 20 said goodbye on that long day, from break of dawn till the sun was high. Many young men of 20 said goodbye. Many young men of 20 said goodbye.
I wish that I was back again beside my darling in the glen. We'd sit and watch the small birds as they fly. For many young men of 20 said goodbye.
Many young men of 20 said goodbye on that long day, from the break of dawn until the sun was high. Many young men of 20 said goodbye. Many young men of 20 said goodbye.
Travelled about a bit of me time, of troubles I've seen a few. I found a far better in every climb to paddle me own canoe. Me once see a small and care at the dull, me dead see a pain when due. I drive away strife with the ocean and life and paddle me own canoe. And I have no wife to bother me life, no lover to prove untrue. The whole day long I laugh at the sun and paddle me own canoe. So love everybody, trust only the few as the world you go travelling through. And never sit down with a tear in or frown, but paddle your own canoe. I rise with the lark from daylight to dark, I do what I have to do. I'm careless in wealth, I've only me health to paddle me own canoe. I have no wife to bother me life, no lover to prove untrue. The whole day long I laugh at the song and paddle me own canoe. It's all very well to depend on a friend, that is if you proved him true. You find it better by far in the end to paddle your own canoe. To borrow is dearer by pardon to buy, it's saying the most are true. You never will sigh if you only will try to paddle your own canoe. And I have no wife to bother me life, no lover to prove untrue. The whole day long I laugh at the sun and paddle me own canoe. Though England has ruled our small little land, and many's the country too, just take my advice and never think twice, but paddle your own canoe. It's better, I'd say, to make your own way as the world you go travelling through. You never will strive, you only will try to paddle your own canoe. And I have no wife to bother me life, no lover to prove untrue. The whole day long I laugh at the song and paddle me own canoe.
last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, my mind being bent on rambling, to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board a vision, and I followed with the wind, till first I came to anchor at the cross at Spancel Hill. It being on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, when Ireland's sons and daughters and friends assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold came their duty to fulfill at the parish church near Clooney, a mile from Spancel Hill. I went to see my neighbours, to see what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, the young ones turning grey. I met the tailor Quigley, he's as bold as ever still. He used to mend my breeches when I lived in Spancel Hill. I took a flying visit to my one and only love. She's as white as Annie Lily, as gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, saying, Johnny, I love you still. She is Nell, the farmer's daughter, the pride of Spancel Hill. I dreamt I held and kissed her, as in the days of old, saying, Johnny, you're only joking, as many's the time before. But the cock, he crew in the morning, he crew both loud and shrill. I awoke in California, many miles from Spancel Hill. I was 18 years old when I went down to Dublin with a fistful of money and a cartload of dreams. Take your time, said me father, stop rushing like hell, and remember all is not what it seems to be. For there's fellas would cut you for the coat on your back, or the watch that you got from your mother. So take care, me young bucko, and mind yourself well, and will you give this wee note to me brother? At the time Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn, and me father, the youngest, looked after the farm. When a phone call from America said send the lad over, and the old fella said sure it wouldn't do any harm. For I've spent my life working this dirty old ground, for a few pints of porter and the smell of a pound. And sure maybe there's something you learn or you'll see, and you can bring it back home, make it easy on me. So I landed at Kennedy, and a big yellow taxi carried me and me bags through the streets and the rain. Well, me poor heart was thumping around with excitement, and I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the Shore Parkway to the flatlands in Brooklyn, to my uncle's apartment on East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang "You're as free as a bird." Well, to shorten the story, what I found out that day was that Benji got shot down in an uptown foray. And while I was flying my way to New York, poor Benji was lying in a cold city morgue. Well, I phoned up the old fella, told him the news. I could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes. And he wept as he told me, go ahead with the plan, and not to forget, be a proud Irishman. So I went up to Nelly's beside Fordham Road, and I started to learn about lifting the load. But the heaviest thing that I carried that year was the bittersweet thoughts of my hometown so dear. I went home that December 'cause the old fella died. Had to borrow the money from a Phil on the side, and all the bright flowers and brass couldn't hide the poor wasted face of me father. I sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth, and into my bag stuck a handful of earth. Then I boarded a train and I caught me a plane, and I found myself back in the US again. It's been 22 years since I've set foot in Dublin. Me kids know to use the correct knife and fork, but I'll never forget the green grass and the rivers as I keep law and order in the streets of New York. Na na na. Now the autumn leaves are falling, and the tourists have all gone, and the children, they have all gone back to school. And my life is as it was before. I work 8 hours a day, but the company's still making all the rules. But there's a girl in Massachusetts, south of Boston town, she said, and her lovely face is with me all the day. Sure, I met her down in Old Tralee, golden hair upon her head, and I took her heart and she stole mine away.
Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you. No threat to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life
There's a song we sang all summer in the bars of Dublin town. I can hear it on the factory radio, and the feelings I remember when I hear that simple tune make me wonder if it really happened so. For we laughed and loved together till the summer days were gone, and she had to fly across the ocean wide. So goodbye, my Boston beauty, until we meet again, and I'll keep the fire burning deep inside.
Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you. No threat to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life goes.
And some nights when I'm drinking and my friends have gathered round, well, just for fun, someone brings up your name. Well, I smile there with the rest of them, but I can't hear a sound. I love you, but to them it's all the same. And nights when I'm alone, my love, you come into my mind, and visions flash upon that inward eye. Well, I watch the moon there up above, then I leave this earth behind, and I call to you as I go sailing by.
Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I'll wait for you, I'll think of you. No threat to you I'll pose. Goodbye, my Boston beauty. Farewell, my Boston rose. I wish that you were here, but I know that's the way life goes. I wish that you were here.
So farewell, my Boston Rose.
When Irish eyes are smiling, should laugh all the while and all other times smile. So now smile a smile for me. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure 'tis like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll steal your heart away.
Oh, Willie Maley was his name. He brought some great names to the game. When he was the boss at Celtic Park, he taught them how to play football. He made the greatest of them all. Gallagher and Quinn have left their mark. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cald and Hay. And most of the football greats have passed through Parkhead's gates on to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. In 38 there was a show. Glasgow was the place to go. A model of the tower was football's prize. England sent four of the best. They didn't meet with much success, 'cause the trophy ended up in paradise. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cald and Hay. And most of the football greats have passed through Parkhead's gates on to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. Well, coronation time was here, 53 that was the year. Another four from England met their doom. They said we'll have to try again, 'cause like before it was in vain, because the cup is in the Parkhead trophy room. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cald and Hay. And most of the football greats have passed through Parkhead's gates on to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. Well, then in 1957 we faced a guy called Georgie Nevin. The game is etched on every Celtic fan, with Wilson, Mockin and McPhail and Wally Fernie scored as well. A Celtic beat the Rangers 7-1. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Cald and Hay. And McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Gold and Hay. And most of the football greats have passed through Parkhead's gates to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. And now, a new millennium, we have a brand new stadium, and we're amongst the honours once again. The Celtic fans did proudly sing, Lawson is the King of Kings, and he joins the list of famous Celtic men. And they gave us James McRory and Paul McStay. They gave us Johnston, Tully, Murdoch, Gold and Hay. And most of the football greats have passed through Parkhead's gates to play football the Glasgow Celtic way. And they played football the Glasgow Celtic way.
Well, I'm 90 miles from Dublin town. I'm in an H block cell. To help you understand me plight, the story now I'll tell. I'm on the blanket protest, my efforts must not fail. For I'm joined by men and women in the Kesh and Armadale. Well, it all began one morning. I was dragged to Castlereagh, and though it was 3 years ago, it seems like yesterday. For 3 days kicked and beaten, I then was forced to sign confessions that convicted me of deeds that were not mine. Then sentenced in a Diplock court, my protest it began. I could not wear their prison gear, I was a blanket man. I'll not accept their status, I'll not be criminalized. That's the issue in the blocks for which we give our lives. Over there in London town, oh how they'd laugh and sneer if they could only make us wear their lonesome prison gear. Prisoners of war, that's what we are, and that we must remain. The blanket protest cannot end till status we regain. I've been beaten round the romper room because I won't say sir. I've been frog-marched down the landing and dragged back by the hair. I've suffered degradation, humility and pain. Still the spirit does not falter, British torture is in vain. I've been held in scalded water while my back with deck scrubs was tore. I've been scratched and cut from head to foot, then thrown out on the floor. I've suffered mirror searches, been probed by drunken bears. I've heard me comrades cry and scream and utter useless prayers. Now with the news that's coming in, our protest must not fail. For now we're joined by 30 girls in Armagh's women's jail. So pay attention, Irishmen and Irish women too, and show the Free State rulers that their silence will not do. Though it's 90 miles from Dublin, it seems so far away. There's more attention to our plight in the USA. So now you've heard the story, this filthy living hell. Remember 90 miles away, I'm still in an H-block cell. Remember 90 miles away, I'm still in an H-block cell.
Gather round, ye lads and lasses, set ye for a while, and hearken to me mournful tale about the Emerald Isle. Let's all raise our glasses high to friends and family gone, and lift our voices in another Irish drinking song. Consumption took me mother and me father got the pox. Me brother drank the whiskey till he wound up in a box. Me other brother in the troubles met with his demise. Me sister has forever closed her smiling Irish eyes.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
Kenny was killed in Kilkenny, and Clare she died in Clare. Tip from Tipperary died out in the Derry air. Shannon jumped into the river Shannon back in June. Ernie fell into the urn and Tom is in the tomb. Cleanliness is godliness, me Uncle Pat would sing. He broke his neck a-slipping on a bar of Irish Spring. O'Grady, he was 80, though his bride was just a pup. He died upon the honeymoon when she got his Irish up.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Joe Murphy fought with Riley near the cliffs of Alderney. He took out his shillelagh and he stabbed him in the spleen. My crazy Uncle Mike thought he was a leprechaun, but in fact he's just a leopard, and his arms and legs are gone. When Timmy Johnson broke his neck, it was a crying shame. He wasn't really Irish, but he went to Notre Dame. McNamara crossed the street and by a bus was hit, but he was just a Scotsman, so nobody gave a shit.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
Me drunken Uncle Brendan tried to drive home from the bar. The road rose up to meet him when he fell out of his car. Irony was what befell me great-grand-uncle Sam. He choked upon the very last potato in the land. Connor lived in Ulster town, he used to smuggle arms, until the British killed him and cut off his lucky charms. And dear old Father Flanagan, who left the Lord's employ, drunk on sacramental wine beneath the altar boy.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
Someday soon I'll leave this world of pain and toil and sin. The Lord will take me by the hand to join all of me kin. Me only wish is when the Saviour comes for me and you.
He kills the cast of Riverdance and Michael Flatley too. Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
forget the day Celtic won the European Cup. That glorious victory etched in the memory of every supporter the world over. The inspirational display of the Lisbon Lions that summer evening has passed into footballing folklore, but their example remains with us. That passion and emotion will live with me forever, 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 forever.
The night the mighty lions roared, that was the best day of our lives. The day we won the greatest prize. Oh, I'll say so with pride. That was the best day of our
There's a uniform that's hanging in what's known as Father's room. A uniform so simple in its style. It's got no braid of gold or silk, no hat with feather plume. Yet me mother has preserved it all the while. One day she made me try it on, a wish of mine for years. In memory of your father, dear, she said. And when I put the sambrown on, she was smiling through her tears as she placed the broad black brimmer on me head.
It's just the broad black brimmer, ribbons frayed and torn by the careless whisk of many's amount of breeze. An old trench coat that's a battle stained and worn, and breeches almost threadbare at the knees. A sand brown belt with the buckle big and strong, and a holster that's been empty many's a day. But not for long. But when then came Ireland's freedom, the one should choose to lead them will wear the broad black brimmer of the IRA.
It was the uniform been worn by me father long ago, when he reached me mother's homestead on the run. It was the uniform been worn in that little church below, and that Father Mackey blessed the pair as one. After truce and treaty and the parting of the ways, he wore it when he marched out with the rest.
And the best.
And when they bore his body down that rugged heather braes, they placed the broad black brimmer on his breast.
It's just the broad black brimmer, ribbons frayed and torn by the careless whisk of many's amount of breeze. An old trench coat that's a battle stained and worn, and breeches almost threadbare at the knees. A sand brown belt with the buckle big and strong, and a holster that's been empty many's a day.
But not for long.
But when then came Ireland's freedom, the one should choose to lead them will wear the broad black brimmer of the IRA.
There's a uniform that's hanging in what's known as Father's room. A uniform so simple in its style. It's got no braid of gold or silk, no hat with feather plume. Yet me mother has preserved it all the while. One day she made me try it on, a wish of mine for years. In memory of your father, dear, she said. And when I put the sambrown on, she was smiling through her tears as she placed the broad black brimmer on me head.
It's just the broad black brimmer, ribbons frayed and torn by the careless whisk of many's amount of breeze. An old trench coat that's a battle stained and worn, and breeches almost threadbare at the knees. A sand brown belt with the buckle big and strong, and a holster that's been empty many's a day. But when then came Ireland's freedom, the one should choose to lead them will wear the broad black brimmer of the IRA.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first first produced me pistol, and then I drew me rapier. I said, stand and deliver, for you are a grand saviour. Usher in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out his money, and it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pocket and I brought it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would betray me. But the devil take that woman, for you know she can be easy. Wish her in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went up to me chamber, up for to take a slumber. I jumped up gold and jewels, and sure it was the wonder. For Jenny drew me charges, filled them up with water, sent for Captain Farrell to be ready at the slaughter. Wish her in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. It was early in the morning, before I rose to travel. Up came a band of footmen, and with them Captain Farrell. I reached out for me pistols, Jenny drew me rapier. I couldn't fire the water, so prisoner I was taken. Wish her in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Could aid me, it's my brother in the army. If I could find his station in Cork or in Killarney, and if he'll come and join me, we'll go roving in Kilkenny. He'll surely treat me fairer than me darling sporting Jenny. Wish her in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, some take delight in the fishing and the bowling, some take delight in the parish wheels rolling. I take delight in the juice of the barley, and courting married woman bright and early in the morning. Wish her in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Wish her in the ma-doo-da-ma-da, whack full the daddy-o, whack full the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm gonna make me a picture back, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town.
By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crowd, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbour wall, she watched the last star falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she lived in hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry.